Hi, Kevin. I just watched your post. I discussed the same topic you did about Ward versus Wilbanks, and I actually responded to another student because I wanted to see what everybody else had to say about it. So, in your post, I saw that you also said that she refused service to somebody that was seeking help. And so, again, I said this in another reply to the same case. I'm reading, there's variations on what is being said about it, and you actually had a lot more information than I actually was able to find, and I appreciate that a lot. You said that the student wanted counseling because they were having thoughts on same sex relationships, and I thought that was really interesting because from what I read, the way I interpreted it was that somebody was having relationship issues and they were in a same sex relationship. So I need to double check that again. But I really love that you said everybody deserves the right to counseling. I think that's true, and I think that that's a mindset everybody should have, not just counselors, because there's a huge stigma around counseling, and a lot of people, depending on your cultural background and even your family values, sometimes people are afraid to seek counseling because they're afraid of what others might say or think about them. But I think that was really beautiful that you said that everybody deserves the right to counseling. And that's true. I feel that way too. And I might have specific beliefs, but I don't impose those beliefs on anybody, and I don't judge anybody for having different beliefs than I do. Um, I am a heterosexual female, and if I was in a counseling office right now working as a counselor and I had somebody come in that identified as trans or intersex, or they were having same-sex relationship thoughts, I don't I don't have a problem with that at all. Our goal, like you said, we're there to help people. And even people that come in that are in same-sex relationships, they're not only coming to us because they're having issues with their sexual identity or their gender identity. And I think sometimes people get that confused because, again, back to what you said, everybody deserves the right to counseling. There might be an elderly gay man who has lived his whole life as a hetero male and has had a family and everything, and now he's living his true authentic life, and maybe he's struggling with that transition and that switch and the new chapter in life, and maybe he just needs help coping with the change. And it's not necessarily he's coming to counseling because he's a gay man. He's coming because he has issues just like everybody does. Doesn't matter your sexual identity or gender. So yeah, I thought that was interesting, and like I said, that was beautifully put. I was reading an article on counseling.org, and it was by David Kaplan, and he was talking about the ethical implications about the case and how many questions it brought. Sorry, that was my cat. How many questions it brought up and changes that occurred because Julia Ward wasn't the only person to have those thoughts, and there had been a blurred line kind of for a long time about should your religious beliefs prevent you from offering counseling services. And essentially, I feel like it shouldn't, but some people, feel differently. So yeah, it was really interesting to see what professionals had to say, because I know there's people that work in religious settings as counselors, and I have read books by counselors that are faith-based, and they have worked with people who identify as homosexual or are transgender. So it really just goes to show you that it's just a matter of personal beliefs. So that's my stance on it. Yeah, loved watching your post. Thank you.